Jennifer. Thanks so much for the invitation to be one of the Walrus talkers tonight. My name is Michelle Hoar. I am joining from Vancouver, which is the unceded ancestral territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh people. I have had the pleasure since 2019 of being the project director for the Hey Neighbour Collective. The Hey Neighbour Collective is a collective impact project. It's an initiative that brings together all sorts of different types of organizations that are interested in building neighborly social connection and resilience in multi-unit housing specifically. So this group of almost 20 organizations now came together because of concerns around local and global trends in rising loneliness and social isolation, and a curiosity around what we could do within housing contexts to mitigate that. So we bring together housing operators, community-based nonprofits, city governments, regional governments, health authorities, housing industry associations, researchers, consultant groups, all to look at how we can build connection and resilience in existing multi-unit housing, but also how we can do a better job of designing our new dense, more vertical housing typologies so that they intentionally are fostering neighborly social connections, mutual support, conditions for aging in place, resilience, capacity to manage, the everyday personal crises to, major climate events or natural disasters. So that is what we all come together and work on together in lots of different ways. We have partners that we call demonstration partners, and they are actively scaling up programs within housing that build the capacity and leadership of residents to get to know each other, to organize together, to do all sorts of things that actually build up the kind of individual and collective social health of that building community. So when we started off in 2019, as I said, we came together because of concern around loneliness and isolation and interest in how we could tackle that within the housing sector. But not just the housing sector, we bring in public health and local governments, like I say, and others. And when we started, I would say there were a certain number of folks who really got the deeper significance of this work, but many also kind of thought, "Oh, that's a sweet project, making places more neighborly." But then we had the pandemic, and then on the West Coast, we had the heat dome, which killed almost 700 people in 72 hours. And all of a sudden, the the narrative and the mindset really shifted around this work, and we realized, oh, social connectedness is actually really, really critical in this challenging polycrisis within which we all find ourselves, where we have not just loneliness and social isolation and decreased feelings of belonging and inequitable sense of belonging, but also a rapidly aging population that we have not planned very well for. Um, Climate events, you name it. We have so many intersecting crises right now, and we're really starting to see that working within housing contexts can really help us to build the social connections that help us to manage all of these things together. So we like to say in Canada that housing is a human right and that we recognize it as a social determinant of health, but we don't really action that in a significant way. And I think this is a moment where we need to double down on that, but we also really need to be thinking about housing as much more than four walls and a roof. Housing is critical social infrastructure. It is economic infrastructure. It is health infrastructure. It is emergency preparedness infrastructure. And right now, the housing reality for Canadians is very inequitable. If you are a homeowner, you get to put down roots in a community for a long time and build that sense of belonging with your neighbors, with your community. You get to engage. If you are a renter, and particularly low income renter, or you're living in secondary market rental housing, you are very precarious and you are often having to hop from community to community or region to region or province to province even. So our access to the fundamentals of belonging really are quite tied to our housing reality. So I think we are finding ourselves at a really huge important moment right now with federal attention finally um, really focused on building more non-market housing in particular. But I think it's imperative that we really be thoughtful about this opportunity and don't waste it. Because if we focus solely on building quickly and looking at quantity and talking about units instead of talking about homes and looking at quality and looking at all the things that housing can do for us, we are going to miss out on multitudinous potential benefits of this public investment. So there is a lot of great information and best practice around how to design and program housing so that it actually is bringing all these different social health and belonging benefits. And we really hope to see that kind of information make its way into new strategies and investments around housing.